There are so many times in my life where my mindset, my belief system, and whether I think I'm capable of doing something like, for example, physical activities, things that I have never done before, my immediate response and reaction when someone asked me to do something would be, no, I can't. And that has been such a major limitation most of my life. There's been in my teens, 20s, 30s, where I've said no to things that probably could have brought me so much joy, just for the fact that because I didn't know how to do it, or I didn't know how to do it well, or I hadn't been taught how to do it, I was too scared to step out of my comfort zone and just do it. And so as I'm standing in the bowling alley, going bowling this weekend with my beautiful family, I'm rolling that bowling ball down and I'm feeling like, wow, I used to hate this experience. When you go bowling, it almost feels like there's all these people standing behind you who are all have their attention and their eyes on you because you are at the centered stage bowling that ball down the lane. However, in actual fact, they're not thinking about you. They're looking at their own game. They're thinking about themselves and so many other things. I used to let other people's judgment on me, or the fear of what someone would think about me, not being able to do something perfect, or not being able to do something right, or not be able to do it well, I would let that stop me from even getting started. And I don't know if you have experienced that in your life as well. Like if someone had said to me, hey Janelle, let's go kayaking this weekend, or let's go rock climbing, or why don't we go, I don't know, do laser tag, my immediate reaction would have been no. No, that's good. I don't do those things. No. And I had to do a little bit of work on myself in the last 5 years or so to work out where that block or that limitation is coming from. And I realized that I had a limiting belief around my perfectionism, around being criticized. So my mind is constantly filtering off an event that happened when I was at primary school that told me that I wasn't good enough to be on a sports team. From that moment, I decided, well, if that one person has decided, and I was the last person picked for the sports team, that I'm not good enough to do that thing because I don't know how to do it. So if I don't know how to do something, then I'm not going to be good at it. But if I don't actually try it, and if I don't put myself out there, then I'm never going to learn how to do it. So when we were bowling on the weekend, my husband came first. He always comes first at everything, and it drives me nuts. It's because he's good at sports. It's because he's very competitive. So I can have fun with it because I know that every time I get on the bowling alley now, I'm learning and I'm growing. But I had to let go of that moment in time that caused that limitation in me when I was in primary school. Understanding that, I don't have to know how to do everything perfectly every single time I go to do something. And it's such a freeing way of looking at the world because now I can say, yes, let's do laser tag. I've never done it before. And we had an absolute ball. I was running around trying to beat the boys as best I could. Ben won, my husband won again. But yeah, I seem to come second now and poor Ethan has to come last. So I wanted to share that with you because where in your life has something been holding you back? Is there a block where you haven't been able to, hi Minnie, is there a block where you haven't started something because of fear of not being able to do it well, or fear of being criticized, or fear of being picked last, or judgment, or someone maybe not liking you if you do stand forward and step into your truth? Because what I want to share with you is that is what is called a limiting belief. There's a limitation in some way that's stopping you from living or doing something in your life that could potentially bring you joy. I had no idea how much joy laser tag and bowling was going to bring me. This is just an example that I'm sharing with you. There's many other things in my life that now bring me joy, like roller skating. For so many years of my life, I wanted to get back into roller skating, but I was so concerned about what other people would think, or maybe that I couldn't do it well, or that I'd fall and hurt myself. And now I just know it's all part of the learning process. And there's so much joy and fun to be had within that learning process when you just get started. So I hope this message finds you well today. If you are struggling with a limitation in your life, I'd love to know what it is that you would love to do that your mind is stopping you from actually following your truth and just doing it. I was too scared to put myself out there, but now I know that by putting myself out there, I make way for other people to put themselves out there too. And that's a beautiful way of looking at the world. So I help women with mindset. That's what I do as a mindset coach. I help you to bust through your blocks, your limitations, your emotional blocks. That's what mindset coaching is all about. So that you can literally start to do the things that maybe you've always wanted to do but never had the courage to do. That you can feel more confident about who you are, and you can let go of the fear of other people's judgment or other people's problems that they put onto you. I hope this message finds you well today. Have a beautiful week, everyone.